Kimberly Magic Academy. Wait. Kim Kardashian? Is this your school? Wait, you Kim don't know what a school is. Anyways, out of all the students who enroll there, apparently 20% get consumed by a spell. It's springtime and the unblooming tree is also blooming beautifully. Oliver, our main character, is heading into his first day of the academy, and a flower discourages him with a very negative tone, saying that a tragic future is waiting for him. Oliver thinks that a tragic future is what they say to scare the newcomers into the school, but is not sure as it's not an ordinary school he is joining. He hears another new student, Katie, all nervous from the flower's words. So, another new student. Guy approaches her, consoling her by saying that these flowers absorb magic particles from the ground which affects their personalities. While this is going on his other side, Oliver hears a girl named Michaela scolding Pete for almost stepping on the flower's stem and says he might hear some invective towards him, making the flower angry. Just then, a girl in a samurai dress passed by them, which attracts the flowers and everyone's attention. Oliver wonders what was it about her that made him stop and stare at her. Was it her dress, or that he felt something in his heart? Chill boy, you literally just saw her. He starts thinking of fate. Sometime later, all the students attend a magic parade full of dragons and other magical creatures. During the parade, Oliver reveals his knowledge of fauna to Guy, and just then, Guy notices a sad Katie. When he questions her, she expresses her disagreement on a troll being trained and used for human needs. Guy believes that this is fine because trolls attack humans, but Katie counters that it's because humans steal the lands where trolls used to live. They both fight on this topic and start making a fuss, but Pete stops them as he can't focus on his reading. This boy is reading in the middle of a parade, and two people arguing is disturbing his reading. Guy and Katie both calm down, and Oliver tells them to have the arguments later after they know each other's names. As Katie is about to tell her name, a cloaked magician casts a magic on her, making her run straight towards the troll. Oliver, Guy, Michaela, and Pete all run to save her. Just as Katie reaches the troll, the magic wears off and she falls to the ground. The group does not reach on time, and the troll raises its hand to smash Katie. But the girl in samurai dress, whose name is Nanatsu, shouts at the troll, making it stop. Nanatsu asks Katie if she can run, but she can't as she is injured, so she tells her to stay and gets ready to fight the troll. The group tries to divert the troll's attention to save them both, but the troll does not even flinch at Michaela's spells, so Oliver stops her and asks them if they can use wind spell. When Pete says yes, he explains his plan of blowing a strong wind on his cue. They trust him and follow his lead and cast the wind spell right above the troll's head. Then, Oliver casts a spell which creates a dragon's voice which distracts the troll as it is now wary of a predator. Having the chance, Oliver shouts at the girls to run, but Nanatsu instead launches towards the troll. While attacking her, blue hair turns white, and she knocks the troll in one hit. After that, she comments on the troll's sturdy skull and thanks the four for their distraction. She also compliments the dragon voice, saying she almost wet her pants before the opening ceremony. During the opening ceremony, Guy and Pete end up in a group, while Nanatsu and Oliver end up in one. Oliver realizes she did not have a plan when she stood in front of the troll, to which she admits a plan is a long shot. She does not even have a blade on her katana. Oliver calls her reckless and tells her if their spell had failed, she could have died. Nanatsu actually agrees to this and says it's a good omen that someone saved her life on the first day. Oliver thinks he does not understand the girl, but the change of her hair color to silver, which is called innocent color, actually signifies powerful mana circulation within her body, meaning she possesses great potential as a mage. Just then, the headmistress Esmeralda takes the podium, in the most lighting way possible. She first apologizes for the out-of-control troll and informs that the troll is recaptured and the injured students have been treated. Nanatsu says that just looking at Esmeralda is making her break out in cold sweat and thinks she must be a really strong person. Esmeralda goes on to say that this academy is the place they will spend the next 7 years in, and they mainly focus on freedom and results, emphasizing that their life and death are in their own hands. Wow, a great way of not taking responsibility. She tells them that only 80% make it out of the academy. The other 20% either become cripples as their magic goes out of control, or get taken whatever they summoned, or die after going mad and attempting to slay their fellow students. These kinds of students are called consumed by the spell. She tells them this is what it is to learn magic, and that is how they have made it to where they are today. She tells them to be like a tiger who leaves nothing behind when it dies except its pelt. She finishes her speech and asks for question, and Nanao raises her hands. Nanao speaks in a serious tone, telling Esmeralda that headaches can be cured by rubbing her ears in a circular motion. When asked why she said that, she says that Esmeralda looks like she is in mental pain for some reason. Esmeralda ignores Nanao, and Oliver asks her if she is stupid, saying such a thing to the headmistress in front of everyone. Esmeralda tells everyone to sit and eat with their classmates, and clicks her fingers. All the students start to float and fall into a room with dining. Suddenly the door opens, and the seniors welcome the freshmen. They tell them not to worry about headmistress Esmeralda's scary words, and that they will take care of their juniors. They all mingle together, and our OG group find each other. Only Katie is remaining, as she was sent to the nurse's office. But suddenly, Katie falls onto Nanao's hands. They finally get a chance to introduce themselves. They all go around the table introducing each other and finding out a little about each one. Michaela comes from the McFarland family, which is a dignified family that has existed since ancient times. Katie likes all kinds of plants and all kinds of animals. She also properly thanks them all for saving her earlier. Guy comes from a long line of magical farmers, which means he has a lot of knowledge about magical plants. That explains how he knew the nature of the talking flower at the beginning. But Pete is way too engrossed in his book, and he rudely says that he's not here to make friends. His family has no history, and both his parents are non-magical. He entered as an ordinary, which is something quite difficult. However, Oliver recognizes the book that Pete is reading, which makes him excited, and they both openly talk about it. Next is Oliver's turn, whose family has been magical since his grandfather's time. And he has cousins at Kimberly, who are seniors. Finally, Nanao says that she's a samurai, and she's actually fought many battles in a war. She was about to be killed, but suddenly, a magician saved her. The family name of that magician was McFarlane. Michelle says that it's probably her father who saved her, as he's a professor at this academy, Professor McFarlane. Since Nanao is also from a non-magical family, Pete gets excited, thinking that she must have taken the same entrance exam that he did. But turns out she took no exams because she was recommended by Professor McFarlane. Every professor is allowed to recommend one student. Pete becomes sad again as he feels like an outsider, and the mood gets heavy. So, Guy and Katie change the subject to eating. This way they learn that Nanao does not know about eating etiquette or table manners there, so they offer to teach her. This leads to Oliver turning into a server, serving all the princesses on the table. The night goes by pretty quickly as their bonds get deeper. The next morning, Oliver wakes up early. He greets good morning to a fast-asleep Pete, who ended up being his roommate. Oliver takes care of Pete by putting a blanket over him and wishing him good health on his first day of class. Then he steps out and realizes the mana particles are thick there. While walking, a voice asks him if something is bothering him to be up this early. He gets cautious and says he just got up to look at school while it's still quiet. He also asks the voice about herself. The voice assures him not to worry and says she is a covert operative sent by Gwyn, Oliver's brother. Oliver thinks a covert seems a little too much, to which the covert replies that his brother is worried for his safety. Oliver agrees, as his brother is always worried, and asks her what he should call her, as she will be following her for quite a time. The covert introduces herself as Teresa. Satisfied with the name, Oliver asks her if he can see her face one of those days. She agrees to it for next time and asks him to call for her in time of need. Oliver smiles and moves forward. While walking, he comes across a fountain, where he sees Nanao taking a full-on bath with her honkers out. So he quickly casts a covering spell around the fountain. He then scolds Nanao, saying that the fountain is in plain view from the boys' dorm room. Nanao says she is not bathing, but simply purifying herself of all the blood she bathed in during the last war. Then Oliver asks her about her scars, to which she says they are from the war, and she apologizes as they are not pretty to look at. Hearing this, Oliver is about to deny that, and witnesses Nanao shining in the morning sunlight with all her beauty. That makes him have a flashback of a strange, beautiful, blonde, naked lady asking him to look as much as he likes. After this, Oliver tells her to finish purifying herself as fast as she can. She says she is done but forgot to bring something to dry herself with. Hearing so, Oliver hands her his coat, leading her to say that she owes him for this. And hey, she looks pretty cute in his uniform too, just like my girlfriend if I had one. Anyways, Oliver says Nanao Hibiya is a strange, innocent girl he met at Kimberly Magic Academy, but he smelled a faint scent of blood which nothing could wipe away. Subscribe for more videos like this, turn on the notification, and leave a like to help the channel out. Thank you for watching.